what we're going to do is take a look at medieval Japan and basically introduce us to the unit. So medieval Japan started in 1185 and lasted until about 1600. The first thing we need to look at is Japanese geography. Japan is an archipelago, meaning it's a series of different islands off the coast of China. There are 4 large islands, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. All of Japan is about the size of California, and the land is actually the tops of ancient underwater volcanoes. So the first settlers that came to Japan actually traveled from the Asian mainland. The first settlers probably came over during the Ice Age and maybe even used an ice bridge. One thing that the Japanese are known for is they're inventing a new way of growing rice, and they used it and grew it in an irrigation fields. Most of Japanese culture was created through combining of the culture on the island with that of China and Korea. So here's a picture of a modern Japanese rice field, where as you can see there's water running along intermixed with the rice paddies. So back during the Middle Ages, Japan was actually divided up into a whole bunch of different clans. If you look over here on the map, you can see that each little border here represents a different group of people running that area of Japan. So it was very much divided. I think there's probably 30, 40 different clans here. Each clan had their own chiefs, they had their own farmers, craft workers, and even soldiers. The clan system in Japan lasted for a couple hundred years. Each clan even had their own religion and they worshiped their own gods and spirits. So here's an example of one clan warrior group. So about 200 years later, the clan system began to fade away when Prince Shoktu unified the country. However, it wasn't easy for him to unify this land. Most leaders didn't see why they should follow a prince in one area when they're back in their own home clan doing their own thing. He united the country, however, by starting a strong central government and using religion to convince people that his way of life was better. He spread Buddhism and Confucianism all throughout the land. To increase his power even further, he started the Constitution of 17 Articles. Now, your job. Your job is to research the Constitution of 17 Articles and create a presentation slide explaining it to your teammates. Add the slide to your history portfolio blog. If you need to see how to post your presentation to your portfolio, you can go back to the site and click there. It's on the blog. On the next slide, you will find a series of links that will help you in your research. The links are broken up depending on which reading level you would like to go to. So if you have a higher reading level or want to read it at a more sophisticated level, click one of the links up here. And then this nice medium reading level is a site that kind of explains it in a little bit simpler of terms. And if you just want to see what the 17 articles are, you can click here at the bottom and it'll show you the actual 17 articles.